and gathering further inputs on the investigation. Remember, quick response team that is inside the studio, and that is how the children were rescued. The rescued kids who've been ushered out of that studio where they were held captive. Details also coming in of how this man has been nabbed by the cops. He was allegedly in possession of air guns and some chemicals. He is a YouTuber. Now, why exactly he did this is still unclear, but he has been nabbed by the cops. So the focus is now on trying to find out why he carried out this kidnapping. But there you see a lot of people and chaos rather that is still underway at that very spot, because worried parents trying to get their children, but they were locked outside the gate. The Powai police, as eyewitnesses say, acted very swiftly, and the quick response team that is in the studio where the children have now been ushered out. According to the Powai police, all the children are safe, they've been rescued out, and this man has been nabbed. But very, very shocking for parents, not just of those children, but parents in Mumbai and parents across, to even imagine that something like this happened to these children. They had gone to the studio to give an audition for what was advertised as a web series audition. Instead, the children were kidnapped. We have more responses coming in from top cops. Let's listen in.
जिसने ये होस्टेज करके रखा था, हमने चर्चा की कोशिश की। बाद में हमारे मुंबई पुलिस के ऑफिसर ने फोर्स एंट्री करते हुए, फोर्स का यूज़ करते हुए 17 बच्चे, एक सीनियर सिटीजन और एक सिविलियन, इन सबको रेस्क्यू किया गया है। और जिस व्यक्ति ने इन सबको बंधक बनाया था उसे अभी ट्रीटमेंट के लिए हॉस्पिटल लेके गए।
Alright, so that's the response that came in from the top cop. As we understand, the quick response team is inside the studio. That studio where this audition was called. But remember, this was only an audition in name. Actually, this man had all the intentions of kidnapping those children, exactly what he did. Now, prima facie details of how there were about 80 children who had gone in for that audition. While some of them were let out, about 15 to 20 is what this man held captive. Dipesh Tripathi, who continues to stay with us on the broadcast, getting us all the latest updates. Dipesh, while we understand that the Powai police acted swiftly and the quick response team that is inside that studio ushering out the children, but this man, has he been nabbed? Most importantly, the video that he has released, now the police say that he was allegedly a YouTuber. Any details on the motive behind this kidnapping and what he wanted? Because in the video he said he wanted to talk. What did he want to talk?
Team was also called here for to de-escalate the hostage situation over here and to secure the children, to safeguard the children. But fortunately, the Mumbai police who were present over here before the QRT, they forced the entry into the room, into the studio, and they nabbed the accused, and they safely rescued the 17 children, one senior citizen and one civilian from that studio. In that, we spoke to the higher officials, in which we came to know that the accused has been injured in firing because he was carrying a pistol gun, but during the time of safeguarding the children, the police was not with the information that the gun which was accused is having, that was an air gun or it was a real gun. So the police is at the time of rescuing the children and at the time of de-escalating the hostage situation, the police was thinking that this might be a real gun, and he's carrying a weapon and he's carrying hostage, and he carried out all the hostage situation with the help of that weapon. So in that case, to safeguard the children's life, police tried to forcefully enter into the studio. They entered from the bathroom side of the window, and in that the accused Rohit Arya, who kept the 17 children hostage here, he got injured and he has been now taken to the hospital for the treatment. But still, why he did so, the reason is unknown, and what his motive behind this is also a big question in front of the police department. But as we spoke to the police officials, they said that once he'll get normal. They will going to take his statement and they will going to process the further investigation, and they will going to press the charges against him, and they'll definitely try to know that what exactly happened and what was the reason behind such a huge step which was taken by Rohit Arya.
Dipesh, again, few points that I'd like to understand from you. It seems like a building that is under renovation. Now, this particular studio, had he hired that studio, or would he visit it often, or was he staying there? Is the security of this building aware of this man probably coming in and out of this building? Again, because these were children being auditioned, so there is mostly a chance that they were accompanied by a guardian or a parent. Is it that the parents were not allowed to enter into that building, or were they only not allowed to enter the studio? And does this building have more residential homes? Were there other people in the building while this man held those children captive? Dipesh? All right, not too sure if Dipesh is able to hear me at this point, but we are really trying to get to the bottom of what may have been the sequence of events. How is it that this man managed to kidnap these children in broad daylight? And most importantly, where is it that the parents were stopped? They were not allowed to accompany their child. I want to take the same set of questions to my colleague Mustafa, who's with us on the broadcast, while we continue to stay with those pictures. Remember, these are live pictures coming in from this very building, where a heavy contingent of police personnel who are all present there as those kids have been ushered out. Mustafa, I want to understand from you, did the security of this building had any information on this man? So this particular studio that he used to allegedly hold those auditions, would he frequent this place often? Would he come in and out? Did he own this property by any chance? Were there people around who knew of this man?
Yes, the primary facie information is that this RA studio was taken on rent by this person for last 4 days. This audition was going on. The audition was for a web series, and there were 20 kids who were coming for this audition in this studio. So there is a housing society just above this studio. There is a building also. But the multiple people, young children in the age of 10 to 15 were coming for the studio, for the auditions, and it was for web series. So this was taken by Rohit Arya for this particular auditions of the web series, which company he owns and what credentials he brought to table, how he contacted these people, who are the people who are in his company, and why he was planning to commit this act. These are things which the police are looking for answer as of now. What we saw is that first the police rescued these children, and then they have been taken out from in the yellow bus from this spot. The police is still visiting this spot and carrying out their investigations, and what went down inside this entire studio.
All right, Mustafa Sheikh there getting us the latest as one piece of relief certainly, as the children are now safe. But what exactly was the motive behind this kidnapping is what the police is trying to find out.